What it is, what it do! It is your boy JQilin here, back with another episode of Keeper of Reality. Last episode was really good. I had so much fun playing it, and if you guys are as excited as I am to get into episode 2 of Keeper of Reality, be sure to hit that like button and watch all the way to the end, because you do not want to miss a single moment of what this mod has to offer. But without any further ado, let's proceed with the story. I've been looking for a story to share tomorrow, with no success. I don't remember any stories I read that stands out for me. How lame. But I was the one who suggested the sharing idea, so whoop-de-doo. Good thinking there. I'm hungry. It's like were you just thinking so hard, like, I'm hungry. The fridge is almost empty. It's a good moment to go to the convenience store. I wonder if we'll run into anybody at the convenience store. Some walking will help me clear my mind. It's cold outside, and the sky is cloudy. There aren't many people at this time of the day, so the streets are rather empty. I'd say it's more night than day. Maybe twilight at the earliest. Huh. I wonder, should I choose what I will share to impress one of the girls with? Just of what we talked about today, I guess I can somewhat guess what the girls like. Sayori, for example, would like something cheerful or silly. I don't think it would be hard to impress her. Natsuki, as Sayori said, likes cute things. Maybe a simple love story. Or something like a manga? Yuri stated clearly what she likes. Complex stories that could distract you from reality. Maybe a lot of symbolism? And Monika... There's the ticker. What does Monika like? She was in the debate club, so she's rather intelligent. But that isn't enough to make a guess. Maybe I'll choose something random to see her reaction. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's Sayori? Oh, look at Sayori in her casual outfit. Okay, we're just saying, this mod creator is on another level of character design, I must say. Like the thigh gap on point, thighs on point. Her waist, which actually looks much thinner than how she looked in her school uniform. Thin waist. Her boobs look bigger than they actually did in the original game. I'm just like, boy, this mod creator sure loves his proportional women. Sure loves their proportional women. As a man of culture, I can respect that. I can totally respect that. So forgive me, my phone is going off. I thought I muted it, but I guess not. Sayori? Oh, Qilin! What are you doing out here? Just buying some stuff. And you? It's pretty late, you know. I'm just taking a walk. I was doing the thing from the club after all. You too? I haven't finished yet. You have to do it, or you'll disappoint everyone. I know. I will finish it in time. What do you mean finish? You're finding a story to share. It's not like you're actually writing the poem or anything like that. I don't understand why you're being so frantic. Sayori nods and smiles. So, what are you buying? Some food and stuff. Then I'll tag along. If you want to. I can't guarantee it'll be all that exciting. Yay! We talked while choosing in the store. It has been a while since I spent this much time with Sayori. I'm enjoying it though, it's very refreshing. We were coming back while passing through the park. I've seen this park before, it's been used in several mods. Oh, there's the There's the main characters. That's what we're supposed to look like. Of course, the bangs cover the eyes, so it's not obvious. But it's actually a cute picture. I know we can take screenshots if I hit S. So yeah, there you go. See, save the screenshot. It's Soldier Turks. This place is very pretty during the night. I come here from time to time. It's not bad during the day too. Sayori nods. I'm happy you had fun today in the literature club. Seeing you get along with everyone makes me the happiest. You're exaggerating. With you around, every day will be so much fun. Ha ha. So, what do you think about the girls? It's only been a day. It's still enough to have an opinion. Oh, I guess she has a point. Well, let's see. I think about the girls. They're peculiar and beautiful. It'd be nice to get close to them. And who knows what could happen in that harem club. I like how we're just leaning into the idea that this is just the harem right for the picking. Of course, we all know Monika's gonna want to have her way. That's just how it is. The three of them are very interesting. It'd be good to get to know them better. I see. Sayori's feeling some type of way. Why is Sayori making such an upset face? Because she's worried you're gonna forget about her, my friend. She thinks you're going to dump her for the other three. And Sayori would feel kind of sad about that. Of course, well, at the same time, you would be kind of a dick if you did just dump off your childhood friend for three other girls you just met. But at the same time, Sayori needs to be cool and respect the fact that he could have other friends. So, did I say something I shouldn't have? Sayori, is something wrong? No, it's nothing. And what about me? What? He's like, what? He's like, what do you think about me? Am I interesting? Would you like to get to know me better? What do I think about Sayori? I mean, she's my childhood friend. I don't think there's more to that. Oh, my friend. My friend, that is where you are mistaken. You are wrong for C. Sayori thinks of you as more than just a childhood friend. If you were a little more socially adept, you would be aware of this. But I can't say that directly. Would I like to know Sayori better? I guess. I guess you're interesting too. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't know about the literature club. Also, I think I still don't know a lot about you, so... Sayori stays quiet for a moment. And then she smiles at me. Thank you, Qilin. It makes me very happy to hear that. What she's really saying is, yes, I still have a chance. If I keep staying around this guy, maybe he'll like me back. I smile back. Good night, Qilin. Don't forget to finish the task. Yeah, I know. Night. I was like how we say goodnight, but we're not at our house. Is this Sayori's point of view? I'm guessing this is Sayori's point of view. I can't stop smiling. He said he would like to know me better. I'm smiling like an idiot. I can't wait for tomorrow. Is that? Uh-oh. Gah! A sudden acute pain attacks my head. It's unbearable. Gah! I fall on my knees. Oh no. Oh, you can see little Sayori eyes in the little squares.
The pain is getting worse. It feels like something is crushing my head.
Hey, you see a little Doki spread. I'm sorry.
My vision's starting to go black from the pain.
I wonder if Sayori is getting possessed by the white-haired girl.
What's happening?
Oh no, it's the demon.
Gah!
Oh, poor Sayori. No, Sayori. Why? Why must you do this to us? Demon girl, you have hell to pay. There are questions that need answers. I think this is supposed to be Monika bound up with the chains and the tattered clothing because no other girl has hair this long, except for Yuri, but it's not purple.
Yeah. Damn it. Murderer. Murderer. I hate you. I hate you. It's your fault. It's your fault. You deserve death. You deserve death. I misjudged you. I misjudged you. You killed me. You killed me. Murderer, I hate you. It's your fault. Die. You're the worst. You killed me. I misjudged you. Murderer, I hate you. It's your fault. Die. You're the worst. You killed me. I misjudged you. I'm sorry.
Editing that part's gonna be fun. I could already tell. Ooh boy.
JQilin, help me. That's not me. She's another one. Protect the girls.
JQilin. Oh! So the real Monika is trapped somewhere. And this is another being that took over Monika's body. Huh. Okay. This is an interesting take.
They are in danger. JQilin.
I feel like there should be a faint echo there. Oh, this is the Act 3 club room. Fitting that Monika would be bound up in chains in the Act 3 club room.
Is he even listening to me? Yeah. I fall to my knees, and I look at my limbs. These wounds are really painful. It doesn't matter how much time passes, they won't heal. It hurts. I have to keep trying. If not, the tragedies will repeat. I keep calling to him. He must hear me. Gah! Pain is attacking all of my body. Red liquid is covering my face. Shut up! Stop trying to interfere! It's that being again.
The corruption. Oh wow, so this is the... Oh, okay, so that's what the spray actually looks like. Ooh, okay. It actually kind of looks like Monika too. So it makes sense. Actually, wow. Okay, I like the original characters. It's cool.
You don't give up, huh? How many times has it been like this?
Yeah, I was right. It was Monika. I'm like, duh. It was obvious.
I won't give up. I won't let you win. Fool. Don't you want him too? Don't you want to have JQilin all to yourself? Remember what you did. That's in the past, and I won't let you make me repeat my sins. Don't be stupid. You're the one who's making everything so complicated. Ah! He's like, ah! If it weren't for your interference, I'd already have JQilin in my hands. in our hands.
So yeah, the corruption is using Monika to interfere with everything. That's why Monika looked more evil than normal, because she's being controlled by an evil entity. Makes sense. I get it. And then Monika's trying to be... So Monika still acknowledges the fact that she effed up her friends in the past, but she's trying to save everybody now. So Monika's kind of redeemed. Okay, this is different now. This makes me feel... This makes me not want to hate Monika anymore. Not that I hated her before, it's just like... Now there's a justification to why she was so over-the-top villainy, because she's being controlled by an over-the-top villain.
She's approaching. But you had to meddle. And look at what you have done. Gah! She's taking me by my neck. I can't breathe. Every time you butted in, everyone died. In a worse way than before. And I couldn't get my prize. I won't let you do more damage to them. She just lets me go. You say that, but you are the one who makes... You're the one who's making them end up like that. If only you disappeared, everything would go smoothly and they wouldn't suffer. But... Now it's not only you getting in my way. That outsider's giving me problems too. I will kill that white-headed bitch. No. That would be too simple. She deserves more.
Oh, okay, so white-headed girl is another character in the story. Not related to Monika. Or corruption, I guess. So... What role does white-haired girl play? Don't know. But I'm sure we'll figure that out as we continue along with the story.
I will have her crying at my feet, praying for mercy. And then I will torture her for all eternity. Monster. Another kick. This time right in the face.
Oh, that's brutal.
Now then, time to get back. Stop crying, or next time will be worse.
Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, baby, things are getting interesting. The corruption disappears into thin air. Oh, everything by no voice.
Qilin, help me!
Monika, no! Monika, why? Keeper Reality, Day 2. Seems like today's gonna be about Yuri. Oh, joy. Oh, baby. Ooh. Ooh, this mod is creepy, but I love it. I had a weird dream. Someone was calling my name, but I couldn't see the face of the one calling me. The dream was cut off by a loud sound. I looked through the window and sighed. Whatever. I'll get ready to get Sayori. Sayori is later than yesterday. Is she still asleep? I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if Sayori will show up. Because she passed out in pain. But at this rate, we'll be very late. I'll wake her up then if she's still sleeping. I knock at the door loudly. Sayori? Sayori! We're going to be late. I know the neighbors will get mad at me for yelling, but I don't care. I don't give a good gosh darn. Just as I was going to open the door, she opens it first.
Hey.
Finally. We have to... I look closer at Sayori. She's a little pale and she has bags under her eyes. I mean, you can't tell that from looking at the sprite, but you just have to imagine that part. Hey, are you okay? Did you stay up late? She smiles.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is she really okay? No, she's not. But I doubt you're going to pry much further into that. I put my hand on her forehead. She doesn't seem to have a fever, but she may still be sick. Are you sure you're okay? If you're sick, then... She pushes me away a little and then smiles at me.
Don't worry. You're such a worrywart.
If you say so.
Let's go then.
She pulls me by my arm to the school. Take me by the hand, lead me to the land. That you understand. However, even if she was almost like always, I still feel that there's something off. I wonder what that could be, my friend. I'm sure we will find out more as the story goes on. But anyway, we are at the school, ready to have another fun day of edumacation, or whatever it is that the kids say. The school day was almost as uneventful as always, but indeed there was something different today. It seems that our homeroom teacher had an accident, so she's having a replacement. However... Oh, it's the white-haired girl, but she took on a different persona? Also, teacher too, is thick and curvy. Every girl in this game is curvy or thick in some way. Even Natsuki, even though she has no boobs, she's still curvy as heck for her little self. Clearly whoever drew these sprites has a type. Not that I'm complaining or anything. As a man of culture, I can respect it. I'm just saying I'm noticing a trend here. Scared. I'm very sure I haven't seen this teacher before. She presented herself as Maki. And that's it. And that's all. She just conducted homeroom like previous teachers did, while keeping a gentle smile all the time.
Ah yes, I forgot to mention this. With the weather being so unpredictable lately, the principal and the student council have decided to change the date for the school festival by 1 or 2 weeks, depending if the climate changes. So everyone who is part of a club should meet up with their members and decide what to do with their event in case the festival gets delayed. That's all for today. Everyone, please be careful on your way home.
She lively leaves the classroom. How weird. The dark clouds are looming over the city. Everyone is expecting a big storm. I wonder what Monika is going to do. Don't know. But I'm sure our fearless leader, or Monika question mark, will have a plan. It's the white-haired girl. She's talking with Maki-sensei. I wonder if they know each other. When I pass here, then Maki-sensei gives me a warm smile while the girl looks straight at me. They literally look like twins! What gives? Oh, it's Monika question mark.
Oh, hello, Qilin.
There's Yuri.
Good afternoon, Qilin.
And Natsuki.
Hey, Qilin. I thought you would quit after the first day.
The girls greet me as I enter, some in a harsher way than others. So we're zooming in, looking around. Oh, okay. That was it, literally glancing the room. Okay. Glancing around the room, I noticed that Sayori is not here. Hey guys, Sayori hasn't come yet?
No, she hasn't arrived yet. Even though she's one of the first ones to come here.
Though, except for Monika. That's weird. Have you seen her, Monika?
I'm sorry. Sorry, I haven't. You're worrying too much. Maybe she just got something to eat.
Yeah, that could be true. I enter and sit down. So, exactly what do you do here?
Well, everyone just goes to a corner of the room and reads by themselves.
Hey, is that really okay?
Everyone here just has a very different taste in books, so it's hard to do an activity with everyone.
Well, that was kind of the point of sharing the stories with each other, you know? To get to know people. I see. So, Monika, what you're telling me is that you're very bad at organizing club activities. Again, maybe his initial impression of the club president being unreliable may not be that far off.
Well, for the time being, why don't you hang out with everyone until it's time to share the stories? It'd be good for you to know the club members properly.
Okay. What will you do, Monika?
Me? Well...
Suddenly, Monika's face darkens. I know what she's gonna do. She's gonna F with all the other girls while we're interacting with them. So we like them less and like her more. Monika question mark, you dirty, dirty girl. Oh my gosh. From now on, this is Monika question mark. This is no longer Monika.
There's someone getting in the way of something I'm doing. So, I will see if I can resolve that first.
Yeah, good luck with that. He's like, yeah, Monika, you go do that, yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
He's like, thank you. I'll be right back so we can talk a lot, okay?
He's like, Monika leaves with a big smile, but she was kind of scary just a moment ago. Huh, it's almost as if something is wrong with Monika. I wonder what that could be. Too bad the main character isn't adept enough to pick up on these things, even though they're so effing obvious. Well then. Who should I hang out with first? Oh, so many choices. Though I don't think it necessarily matters. Because I'm sure we'll get to spend time with both girls anyway. I'll just say we'll go spend time with Natsuki first.
You want something, Kellen?
Not really. I just wanted to hang out with you for a while.
What? Huh? I see. Okay, if you want to.
Natsuki is blushing a little. I sit beside her while she's muttering. Again, I'm telling you, look, you can see a head on it now. Her hips are so wide for her body. Like, holy hell, and her waist is so small. Her boobs are even bigger than they were in the original game. I'm telling you, the mod creator has a type. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just saying I'm noticing a trend here. What do you usually do, Natsuki?
Nothing special. I just read and stuff. And it's not like there's anything different to do here.
I imagine so. I did not expect something special. I guess that's what you do in a literature club after all. And what are you reading? Something good?
Yeah, I guess you can call it good. At least for me. But probably Yuri would complain. No, probably not. No, not probably. It's completely assured.
But I could like it. Can you tell me about it? Natsuki is looking directly at me. A lot. Is there something wrong? No, she's trying to figure you out. And if you don't mess this up, this could play into your favor, my friend.
Could you promise me something first? Don't laugh.
Like, huh? Yeah, I can promise that. Is it something really so rare for her to make me promise that?
Then, here.
She then hands me a small book. On the cover, it's a drawing of a woman with a gentle face. It's a manga. The Heartless. I don't know that manga. So, this is why Natsuki was so reluctant to show it to me. It's the first one I've seen. It's the first time I've seen this title. What is it about? It's like, wait, what? Wait, what? He likes manga? For some reason, Natsuki is dumbfounded. I smile at her to reassure her. I read manga too, Natsuki. I won't laugh at you for this. Natsuki's like, oh my gosh. I found somebody I can relate to. Oh, she looks so adorable. Oh my gosh. The mod creator actually managed to make Natsuki a likable character. Oh my gosh. I see you're a person of culture. Yes. Yes, Natsuki, I am indeed a man of culture. I'm glad you noticed. I chuckle. It's about a kind mother that makes a deal with the devil to recover the soul of her deceased daughter. She has to travel around to reach her objective while curing people with the power she received. But every time she cures someone, she loses a part of herself. Wow, that's pretty macabre. That sounds interesting. It sounds a little dark. Didn't you dislike that, Natsuki? I wouldn't say it's dark. I wouldn't say it's that dark. For now, it has a lot of drama, but I hope it gets better. But it sounds nice. Can I read it too? Well, I only have one copy with me, so... Oh, I see. You know, I'm starting to think that we may not get a chance to hang out with both the girls. Huh? How about we read it together? Gasp! Huh? With you? I nod. He's like, yeah, with me. That's why I asked. That's why I said you ought to read it together. I guess we could do that if you really want to. Let's do it then. Yeah. Let's do it. Read it. I sit against the wall and invite Natsuki to sit with me. Oh, taking the initiative, I see. I remember because last time it was the other way around. She reluctantly sits beside me in silence. I like how Natsuki's the Cinderella, but we're leaning away from the soon part and we're starting to lean into the dairy part of her character. You know what? That's nice. It kind of shows at the end of the day, Natsuki just wanted to be loved. Or at least just have somebody she could be cool with. So you know what? I like that. Oh, and look at the sprite. That's kind of a cool sprite. I mean, well, not sprite, cool CG. He looks like such an anime protagonist. It's not even funny. And also he kind of looks terrified. I mean, she looks more nervous than terrified, but she still looks like so uncomfortable. She's blushing and taking glances at me. I think I'm blushing too. And then Yuri's just off somewhere in the classroom just reading by herself. Poor Yuri. Natsuki opens the manga and places it in such a way that both of us can read comfortably. Are we going to start from the beginning? Is it okay with you? I don't really mind it. Maybe I can pick up some things I didn't understand before. I see. I start reading. Every time I finish, I nod to Natsuki to turn the page, or she asks me and waits for me if necessary. However, I can't concentrate in the reading. She's almost leaning against me. Her face is very close. She's also taking glances at me, which makes me more uncomfortable. Natsuki is so ready. Oh my gosh. Natsuki is so ready. Oh man. What's that? What happened? What happened? We continued like this for a good while. I somehow managed to get into the reading after a moment. Oh, new CG. The world was chaos. Disasters were happening everywhere. Get a good look at what's going on here. It's kind of interesting. See a little vignette, but it's actually kind of a small scene. Famine, plagues, fire, disaster, death, and more death. Wow, this is just a joyful kind of place we're in here. In one plague that fell in the village, the kind mother lost her only daughter. In the end, she was the only survivor. While weeping on her daughter's corpse, the devil appeared in front of her and offered a deal. I can bring back your daughter from death. You only have to do one simple thing. I will give you the power to cure any disease. You will have to reach my shrine while traveling in this diseased and chaotic world. If you arrive, I will give you back your daughter. However, there is a catch. Every time you cure someone, you will lose a part of yourself. Amuse me. The kind mother accepted the deal and started traveling. She only needed to go to the shrine without entering any villages to not meet any diseased people. But of course, nothing will be that easy if you made a deal with the devil. The devil doesn't play the games like that, no. But her kind heart knew that with her powers, she could help people that really needed it. And she couldn't help it. She could not contradict her true feelings. And that's all for now. Maybe tomorrow I could read more of the story if I read with Natsuki. This should be good for now.
What? You're going?
Yeah. I'd like to see what the others are doing.
Oh. I see.
She stands up, but suddenly she stops. She stands up suddenly, but stops. She closes her eyes and she punches me. She's like, "Ow! What happened? Did Natsuki fall on me? Oh, is she faint?" Indeed, she has. She opened her eyes and freezes while realizing how close our faces are. I'm frozen too. A thunder startles the both of us and we separate. It's not raining outside, but somehow that loud thunder echoed here. This weather is very weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. I look at Natsuki. She's silent and looking into the distance. Natsuki? Are you okay?
Yeah. I just felt a little lightheaded for a moment.
I see.
Let's read tomorrow again, Kilin.
Yeah, let's. I passed a lot of time with Natsuki. However, Sayori hasn't appeared yet. I'm starting to worry. Monika's still out. Ah! Speak of the devil.
I'm back.
Monika seems a little frustrated. Is something wrong, Monika?
No, it's nothing.
Monika takes a deep breath for a moment.
Sayori hasn't come yet?
Not yet. I'm going to look for her. Oh, so that choice did matter. We basically got to decide who we're going to spend time with. Now I wonder what happens if we spend time with Yuri. I'm going to have to go back to that one. I'll have to go back to that some other point in time. Or you can download the mod and play it for yourself. And pick Yuri.
What? Yeah.
Monika's like, we're like, what? She's like, you don't want to spend time with me?
Kilin, I thought we could talk a little. I took too much time with that outsider. I didn't get anything. What a mess.
You know, if they're, I appreciate the fact that he's gonna take the time to have the other characters talk. But if you're gonna take the time to have the other characters talk, at least make it easier for us to figure out who's talking. Like I could kind of figure it out, but it takes me a moment to guess. And if it'll take me a moment to guess, I'm sure other people might be confused. So, if you could make it easier for us to figure out who is talking, if you're going to change perspectives, that would be a big help. I search around the school, with no success. Sayori is nowhere to be found. I don't like this. There's the rooftop still. I hope she's there. Let's see if she's on the rooftop. I reach the rooftop. There's Sayori, with no blazer on. This is a nice CG too. There's plenty of nice CGs to go around. But my question is, why is Sayori up here? Why is she not wearing her jacket? Why has she been gone for so long? Why has she skipped the club? I don't know the answer to any of these questions. She's just looking into the distance. Sayori?
Qilin,
I was looking for you. Are you okay? She says nothing.
I guess.
Well, that's reassuring.
Since yesterday, when you said goodbye, something happened.
Also pronounced 30. You don't have to keep telling me you're playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Something?
I can't explain it. I can't remember it well, but suddenly everything feels gray.
Oh, she has depression. Curses, corruption, you fools again. Just ruining everybody's good time.
I was so happy yesterday, and suddenly everything changed.
But why?
Don't know. I don't know. It's like something entered my head. Something bad. I'm scared, Qilin.
And he's like, oh shit. Even if she says that to me, is there something I can do? She's like, what?
Could you stay with me for a while?
I nod. Of course. It's like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Of course.
Of course.
Sorry once again. Starts looking into the distance. If at least staying by her side could help her feel better, and so be it. Let the Monika question mark stew in her own misery back in the club room.
Thank you, Qilin. That helped me a lot.
If there's anything you need, just tell me. I will help you. Sayori gives me a smile.
Thanks. Let's return to the club.
Awesome. Awesome possum sauce. We're back.
Just in time. We'll be sharing the story soon.
Okay, I'll get mine then.
Oh, Qilin, can we talk for a second?
Sure thing, Monika question mark. What you got going on, baby? I was in the closet. Monika takes me to a corner of the club room. She then looks at me with a dark expression. Oh god, here it comes. Monika?
You see, Qilin, you might have heard something you shouldn't hear. That's why I'm going to erase your memories.
He's like, what were we talking about?
About the sharing. Let's go, Qilin.
Yeah! Microphone! Microphone. Ooh, Monika question mark. Ooh, I can't wait till you get yours. In the end, I couldn't decide what to do, or I couldn't decide to focus on a girl, so I just looked for a good story. I looked at the writing in my notebook. Carrots, eggs, and coffee. A daughter complained to her father about life. She didn't know how to move on, and, tired of fighting, she was about to give up. It seemed that, when she solved one problem, another appeared. The father, a renowned chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots of water, and put them on high heat. When the liquid was boiling, he put carrots in the first pot, a couple of eggs in the second, and some coffee beans in the third. The daughter waited impatiently, wondering what her father was doing. 20 minutes later, he put out the fire, and put the carrots in one container, the eggs in the other, strained the coffee, and served it in a jug. Looking at his daughter, he asked, "My dear, what do you see?"
Carrots, eggs, and coffee was the reply.
He asked her to touch the carrots. They were soft. Then he told her to break an egg. It was hard. Finally, he asked her to try the coffee. She smiled as she enjoyed the rich aroma of the drink. Humbly, the young woman asked, "What does this mean, Dad?" "These 3 elements," he explained, "have faced the same adversity, boiling water, and have each reacted differently. The carrots, strong and hard, became weak, easy to undo. The egg was brittle, the thin shell protected its liquid interior, which hardened after being in the boiling water. The coffee beans transformed the water, making it the delicious drink that comforts and warms you up." "What about you?" "Oh, what are you?" "Oh." The cook asked his daughter, "When adversity knocks on your door, are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? And you, reader friend, are you like a carrot, which seems strong but becomes weak when adversity touches it? Like an egg, whose malleable heart hardens under pain? Or like a coffee bean, which changes in contact to boiling water, to the element that causes pain? The one that is like the coffee bean reacts better when things get worse." That was actually a very insightful, very well written short story. It's neutral, but I like the message that comes from it. I wonder what the girls brought. This will be interesting. Now, I guess I'll start with Sayori. Yes, we'll start with depressed Yuri. Let's see how this goes.
Hey.
Sayori gives me a sad smile. It seems that she's still a little down from our last conversation. However, there's something I can't remember. No matter how hard I try. It's almost as if my mind was effed with from a certain somebody who shall not be named. About something bad inside happening, but Monika question mark did a garbage job if you can still remember this much. Which probably means that later on he'll remember everything. It's no use. I can't remember.
Qilin, is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. So,
I'm glad you did the task.
I was the one who gave the idea. It would be too lame to be the one not to do it. Sayori smiles at me as I give her my notebook. Oh, they had to write short stories. I thought they were to look for short stories. She reads it silently. Then she smiles again.
I like this a lot, Qilin. The message in it is very powerful. And it has some nice feelings in it.
It's not like I'm the one who wrote it, but thanks. But you talk like someone who knows about this.
Of course not. I'm not good at figuring out if things are bad or not. I'm not good at figuring out if things are bad or not. So I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be good.
I'm not sure about that. It's like, I don't know about that, Chief. But I guess feelings are important in this whole thing. Oh Well, I guess.
I wonder, what am I against adversity? I fear that I'm a carrot. I want to be a tea.
That doesn't make sense.
Why don't you read mine, Qilin?
Sure. She hands me her notebook. Prince in the Heart. A young man stood in the center of the town and proclaimed that he had the most beautiful heart in the entire region. A large crowd gathered around him. Everyone confirmed, amazed, that his heart was perfect, since there were no stains or scratches. They agreed that it was the most beautiful heart they had ever seen. Knowing himself admired, the young man felt even more proud, and with greater conviction, affirmed that his was the most beautiful heart in the whole place. Suddenly an old man came out and spoke to him.
Why do you say that? Your heart is not as beautiful as mine.
With surprise, the crowd and the young man looked at the old man's heart and saw that, although it beat vigorously, it was covered with scars. There were even holes in areas where missing pieces were replaced by others that did not correspond because the edges were visibly uneven. That man should be dead. But I understand this is a story. The young man laughs. You must be joking, he said. Compare your heart with mine. Mine is perfect. Instead, yours is a bunch of scars and pain.
It is true, replied the old man. Your heart looks perfect, but I never commit myself to you. Look, each scar represents a person to whom I gave all my love. I've ripped pieces of my heart to give to each of those whom I've loved. Many, in turn, have given me pieces of theirs, which I have now put in the places that were left open. As the pieces were not the same, these uneven edges were visible, of which I am glad because they remind me of the love I have shared. There were also opportunities in which I gave a piece of my heart to someone, but that person didn't offer me anything in return. And there were these gaps. Despite the pain that these wounds caused me, they remind me that I still love these people, and nurture the hope that one day they may return and fill the void they have left. Do you understand now what is truly beautiful?
The old man finished. The young man remained silent, and tears ran down his cheeks. He approached the old man, tore off a piece of his heart, and offered it to him. The old man received it, and placed it in his heart, took a piece of his, and covered the young man's open wound with it. The piece was shaped. Not perfectly, the edges were noticeable. The young man looked at his heart, which was no longer perfect, but looked much more beautiful than before, because love flowed inside him. Daniel Molina. Wow. That was actually a really cool. That was a really cool story. I'm liking this a lot. It's gonna be a long episode. I can already feel it, but you know what? I don't care. This is a good mod, and I know you guys are enjoying it too. If you're enjoying it, I want to see it in the like ratios. Those likes better be up, people, because I know you're liking this.
Qilin?
I didn't know you read things like this, Sayori.
Of course. I like this a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. It's kind of deep.
Monika taught me a lot of things, and I have been more honest with myself lately.
Ah, yes. Good old Monika. Getting Sayori in touch with her feelings. Ah, yes. Because that's what Sayori needs. More help from Monika, ? Yes. I can see that. So, do you like these kind of things?
Yeah, I guess. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. I think there's a word for that.
Bittersweet?
Yeah, bittersweet.
Huh. I somehow can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy things the most, but sometimes sad things help you be in touch with your emotions.
That's somewhat poetic, Sayori.
Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings.
Well, for now, it seems she's not down anymore. I hope she stays like that. I guess Yuri will be next. Hey Yuri, sorry I didn't get to read with you. I wasn't aware that I only got to spend time with one girl. So, sorry about that.
Oh, hello, Qilin. Is something wrong? You seem a little worried for some reason.
Don't worry about it. It's a small matter.
I see. But if you need help, you can ask me whenever you want. I may give you some advice or help you with anything.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Yuri.
I wonder what kind of story you brought.
I give my notebook to Yuri. She silently reads it with a serious face. She should have finished it by now, but she's still silent. Yuri?
Sorry.
Yuri clears her throat. Let me clear my throat. Anyway.
I like this a lot, Qilin. The message from it is very clear. It is a very significant reading. In less than a page, it can give a powerful message. It's not what I usually read, but I can like things like this too.
I see. It's good to hear that.
Basing yourself on this text, how'd you see yourself, Qilin?
Ah yes, how do we see ourselves? That is a great question. But I know how I see you, Yuri. You're thinking it all get out. Again, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. I'm just saying, just look at her. Look at her. Look at her. How did you see yourself? Oh, okay. Another choice. Honestly, this is pretty interesting. I think if I had to answer this honestly, in all the times of my life I've faced adversity, I've tried to make something better out of it instead of trying to crumble under the pressure. So, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily hardened me in a way that is callous. I'm kind of torn between egg and a coffee bean if I was to answer honestly. Maybe we're 60-40 between the both of them. But I think Yuri would like to hear that we're more of a coffee bean. So I think I'm going to say we're a coffee bean.
Oh, that's impressive. You could change to the element that gives you pain and react better than when things get worse. You're very reliable, Qilin.
And what about you, Yuri?
Me? I wouldn't know until the worst happens.
I mean, that's fair, because there are a lot of people that haven't been in this situation where crap hits the fan and they have to figure out, are they going to sink or swim?
But I think between a coffee bean and an egg...
See, exactly! So, Yuri and I are on the same wavelength right now. I see.
Here, Qilin, you could read mine too.
Oh, and it's still in her lovely cursive writing. The Renewal of the Eagle. The eagle is one of the longest lived birds. It lives to be 70 years old, but to reach that age, at 40, he must make a difficult decision. At that time, his nails are tight and flexible, so he cannot capture his prey. The long, pointed beak curves, pointing toward the chest. The wings are aged and heavy, and the feathers are thickened. Flying and feeding then becomes very difficult. He only has two alternatives: die or face a painful process of renewal that lasts 150 days. This consists of flying to the top of a mountain and staying there, in a nest near a wall, where he does not have the need to fly, but can get food from small rodents and lizards. In that place, the eagle begins to peck at the wall until its beak is torn off. Then he has to wait for the growth of a new one, with which he will detach its nails one by one. When the new nails are born, he will begin to pluck his feathers. After 5 months, he will start his renewal flight and will live 30 more years. Marco Soler. Oh, this interesting story. It seems like either adapt or die, but adapting can be painful. It's very good, Yuri.
Can you understand the message behind it, Qilin?
Yeah, the renewal of oneself. To let off things we don't need anymore.
Indeed. Through life, many times we have to protect ourselves from something and begin the process of renewal. To take a victory flight, we must let go of customs, traditions, and memories that cause us pain. Once free of that weight of the past, we can advance forward.
Yeah, but it's somewhat hidden in the text. At first glance, it looks like biological trivia.
It's like you said yesterday, Qilin. A change of perspective affects the way you look at things.
Yuri smiles sweetly. They're making all the girls so likable. Man, it's gonna suck when corruption just comes along and just decides to ruin everybody's day. So let's see, because corruption made it so Sayori's depressed. I guess corruption is gonna make it so Yuri starts having issues with self-mutilation. That's fun. And Natsuki, I don't even want to get into what's gonna happen with Natsuki.
I enjoyed this a lot, Qilin. I hope we get to do this again soon.
Yeah. Now, Natsuki.
Hey, Qilin. I thought you forgot to do this.
Of course I didn't. Have some faith in me. Gosh. Natsuki chuckles.
Let's see what you brought. I hope it's not just a random bunch of nonsense.
You'll be surprised. I wonder if that's a cheeky reference to the original game. I give her my notebook and she starts reading. After she finishes, she gives it back.
It's not bad.
She then whispers,
I may like it a little.
Yay!
It's like, what? You heard that?
I just smile.
At least you have good taste.
So, what do you think about it?
Well, at least you didn't have to think hard or be a detective to figure it out. I like that.
So they keep that consistent with their characters, you know. I like that. I can respect that much.
And about the message, yeah, there are many ways to react to adversity, but I guess you can narrow it down to those 3.
What do you consider yourself to be, Natsuki?
Me? Let's see.
Natsuki thinks about it for a moment. And then she gets mad.
I won't tell you about it.
Yeah? But...
No buts! Just read mine.
It's like, no buts, just read my plan. I'm like, yes ma'am. She shoves her notebook into my chest. I wonder what Natsuki brought. She's more of a manga reader after all. Oh my, this is actually a long story. The Parable of the Horse. A peasant who faced many difficulties owned some horses that helped him in the work of his small farm. One day his foreman brought him the news that one of his best horses had fallen into an old abandoned well. It was very deep and would be extremely difficult to get it out of there. The farmer quickly went to the scene of the accident and assessed the situation, realizing that the animal had not been injured. Oh, that's good news. But due to the difficulty and cost of the rescue, he concluded that it would be not worth it, and asked the foreman to sacrifice the horse by throwing dirt into the well until it was buried. And so it was done. As the earth fell on him, the animal shook it off. The dirt gradually accumulated at the bottom of the well, allowing him to rise. The man realized that the horse was not allowing them to bury him, and, on the contrary, was climbing until he finally managed to get out of the hole. Hector Daniel Gonzalez. June 4th, 2001. Well, that's actually a very inspirational story. They were gonna give up on the horse. I was like, damn, but the horse is like, nah, it won't be fine. The farmer was like, nah, it'll be fine, let him die. And the horse is like, nah, it won't be fine. And used the dirt as a ladder to get himself out of the well. That's actually pretty cool. Wow, I was not expecting this. I was expecting something like fantasy or cuter like that. This is very deep, Natsuki. It has a lot of weight in its words.
And like yours, you don't have to think hard about it. If you're down there, feeling undervalued, and people throw at you dirt of misunderstanding, selfishness, or lack of support, you have to remember the horse of this story. Just don't accept the dirt they throw at you. Shake it and climb on it. The more dirt they throw at you, the more you can climb.
It's a very deep interpretation. You know, it's like when people hate on you, and then you just kind of shake off the hate, because you have to realize at the end of the day, people only hate on you when you're doing something right. If you're not doing anything, people won't care enough to hate on you. So if you think about it that way, you're perfectly able to shrug off the dirt and keep on going. But so far, every story that we had is pretty lit. But then there's gonna be Monika question mark. Have you been? It's like, oh, have you been in such a situation, Natsuki?
Well, yeah.
She's avoiding my eyes for some reason. Probably because she doesn't like thinking about it.
But maybe I can face my problems with new eyes now. This activity has been very fulfilling. And I've learned a lot of things. Thanks, Qilin.
Same to you. And finally, Monika question mark. Hey, Monika!
Oh, hey, Qilin. How have you been doing?
For now, very good. There's still that thing with Sayori, but I don't think I should bother Monika with it for now. You shouldn't, because Monika question mark would be like, he still knows too much. I'm gonna have to do it again. And F with his memory some more.
That's good to hear. And I'm happy that you fulfilled your task.
Yeah, I'm a member of the literature club now. I can't just join and then be a ghost member, which would be pretty effing hard to do when there's only 4 other people. I think they'd know if you weren't carrying your weight. Monika smiles more radiantly than before. It actually makes me skip a beat.
Now, let's see what you have brought.
I give Monika my notebook, and our hands touch in the process. Oh, Monika question mark, you evil daughter of a bastard. We both blush for a moment before she starts reading. She then returns to the notebook.
I see. That's quite philosophical, Qilin. I feel it could even change someone's life.
You're exaggerating.
I'm not. Sometimes a small story like this, or some words of courage, are enough to change someone's life.
Why does she look so upset when she's saying this? It's kind of unsettling to me.
Don't underestimate the power of words.
She says that confidently, pointing her finger at me. I'm a little taken aback. I guess she really was in the debate club.
Remember it, because it has a lot to do with my story. This one is short, but meaningful. Now, enjoy it.
Monika cheerfully gives me her notebook. Oh boy. The Deaf Little Frog. A group of frogs was traveling through the forest when suddenly 2 of them fell into a deep well. The others gathered around the hole, and when they saw how deep it was, they told the fallen ones that, for all practical purposes, they should be presumed dead. They're like, wow, this was pretty deep. Nah, it'll be fine. You guys are on your own. Bye! However, they kept trying to get out of the hole with all their might. The others told them that their efforts would be futile. Finally, one of the frogs listened to what the others said, gave up and died. The others continued to jump with as much effort as possible. The crowd yelled at him that it was useless, but the frog kept jumping, and each time with more force until he finally came out of the hole. The others asked him, "Didn't you hear what we were saying?" The little frog explained that he was deaf, and believed that the others were encouraging her from the edge to try harder and harder to get out of the hole. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that one. It's kind of like the Natsuki story, but it was the attitude. The attitude is different. The tone is different. Indeed, it was quite meaningful.
As you can see, words are important.
Yeah, because everyone's telling you, "No, F off, man, you can't do it. Oh, it's useless. Just go sit there and die." And then the other frogs are like, "Okay, yeah, man, I guess you're right. This is pointless. I'm just gonna go sit here and stay in this hole forever." And then the other frog was like, "Huh? I can't hear. I thought you all were cheering for me to get out of the hole." So I guess the theme of this, I guess the theme here is words matter unless you're deaf. So what if there's a frog that was just doing sign language to the deaf frog the whole time? The deaf frog would have been like, "Oh," and then just stayed in the hole.
Words have the power of life and death. A voice of encouragement to someone who feels discouraged can help them end the day, while a negative word can end up destroying it. Anyone can say words that rob others of the spirit that allows them to continue to struggle in the midst of difficult times. Let's be careful with what we say, but especially what we hear.
I guess words can indeed be that powerful. Make a good point, Monika.
Yeah, but people usually don't know how powerful their words are until they hurt someone they love. But don't worry, Qilin. I'm not going to hurt you in any way.
Then I guess I must be sure to not hurt you or anyone with words too.
That's a good mindset, but especially me. Don't care about the other ones. You can hurt their feelings. I really don't care.
Well, that was very interesting. I feel I've learned a lot too. These girls love to be very philosophical. And they love to act like they know more than they probably might do. But you know what? They probably might, so I'm not going to hate on them too much for that. The girls have finished sharing their stories too. Some more quietly than others. But at least there weren't any fights. Okay, so they got rid of that part. They're like, okay, nah, we're going to skip over that, Chief. Everyone is packing their things to end their day.
Okay, everyone. This was a good experience. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Natsuki raises her hand.
What are we going to do about the festival, Monika?
I know that for now we're not going to do anything, but... Monika's face darkens. Oh no. Monika question mark is coming out.
I still don't know, Natsuki. This whole weather thing is completely unexpected. It has never happened before. Not in any act or any reset.
You're like, wait, what? It's like, wait, what?
Act. Reset. It's nothing, Yuri.
Wait, why is Monika behind Yuri? Is Monika gonna erase her mind?
If the festival gets postponed, I guess we'll work like nothing has happened. There's no other way. And because our club is so small, the student council won't hear us even if we complain. Well, whatever. Everyone, be careful on your way home.
Yes. Wait a minute. We all answer in unison.
Ah, wait, Qilin.
Monika approaches me.
Could you stay for a while? I need to.
A knock is heard on the door. And Maki-sensei enters. Oh, hello, Maki-sensei. And Monika looks shook as fuck. I wonder what Maki-sensei wants. You know what? This episode's gone long enough. I think now is as good a place as any to just wrap it up here. And in the meantime, you can appreciate the thick goddesses that are Maki-sensei and Monika question mark on the screens. In any case, this has been a lot of fun. Be sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it, because I know I have. It's been real. It's been fun. It's your boy JQilin. Ciao for now.